nieces and nephews, welcome back to Auntie Nell's Kitchen. And to my new subscribers, welcome. I hope you continue to stick around and hang out with Auntie so you too can experience all this love, okay? So, in an earlier live, I talked about I was prepping for what I'm about to do now, because I have been craving chocolate cake. But like I said, the world is not diabetic friendly as I would like it to be. So, Auntie got to improvise and make her own stuff. So I'm feeling so chocolatey. See, I got my little chocolate apron on. And my husband just said, oh, you're making something chocolate. Silly me. I said, well, how'd you know? He goes, your apron. I said, oh, right on. Cool. So we're gonna do a flip and a swoop, and what I'm going to be making is called a checkerboard chess cake. I call it my Checkmate cake, okay? Last time I made it for one of my events last year. I can't remember if it was my breast cancer awareness or was it my surf and turf, but I don't remember it. But I call it my Checkmate cake, and I'm going to show you everything that you need, and I'm going to make it very simple so you can do it too, okay? I'm not going to make it hard with all that fancy smashy stuff. I'm going to make it simple for us regular folks, okay? All right, hold on. Give my auntie a moment. We're going to do a flip and a swoop. We're going to get started. Well, first, get you some hot cocoa or make yourself a nice cocoa flavored coffee or a nice coffee. I'm drinking my mint chocolate Girl Scout coffee. So get you one of those because we're going to get in the chocolate spirit, okay? Okay, let's get started. Let's get this party started. You're going to need 1 box of zero sugar Devil's Food cake mix and 1 box of zero sugar yellow cake mix, classic yellow. Okay, we're going to toss that over for a little housekeeping. 1 box of sugar-free chocolate Jell-O pudding mix. Please get Jell-O brand, okay? Get Jell-O brand. I tried my cake mix like this using a generic brand. No. Listen to auntie. 1 box of sugar-free vanilla Jell-O pudding mix. Do not get cook and serve. You need instant. Okay? Now, for each cake mix, we will be using 1 cup of milk. We won't be using any water. We're going to be using 3/4 cups of oil. And 4 large eggs. Okay. We're going to start off with our yellow cake mix first. Okay. And the reason why we're starting off with our yellow cake mix first is because, one more other thing. Before we can start making our cake mix, I'm keeping it real. We need to get our chocolate pieces because you have to make your chess piece molds. All right. And when I'm talking about chess piece molds is that I've already, you need some chocolate candy melts, and you need some white candy melts. Okay. And I'm going to show you guys what I've done. I've already made the white ones, so I'm getting ready to do some chocolate ones, and I'm glad I thought of that before we start making our cake, because while we're making our batters, we're going to go ahead. This will be setting in the fridge, and we're going to temper our cake mix. Our cake candy melts. I don't use the microwave. I don't like doing it in the microwave. I prefer to do it the old-fashioned temper way and allowing the steam from the water to melt my wafers. I just don't like the microwave method. And here are my white horsemen. See, here are my white ones. So they've been in the fridge. So I'm gonna just leave them alone. Leave these babies alone. And I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with them. And I'm going to get, I have another piece of parchment paper. because I need to lay that on the board so I can make me some chocolate rectangular shaped piece of chocolate to make me some squares, okay? Because I want to put a checkboard, not checkboard, whatever you can, make me a little checkmate board, okay? On top of my cake. Some people stand their check pieces up. I don't do all that. I told you guys I want to keep this simple so you can make this at home. This, you have to order this. You can get it off Amazon. But they don't, I don't know if they sell them 2 in a pack or what. Because I bought this a while ago and I had to buy them separate. They didn't sell them 2. So hold on. One more very important thing. When you make sure your bowl is dry and there are no droplets of water in your bowl, because if there is, it's going to mess up your chocolate. Your chocolate will not be creamy. It's going to have hard spots in it. It's going to mess up your chocolate. Make sure this bowl is absolutely dry. Use a silicone spoon. Also, you can use a silicone whisk. And as you can see, my water is apparently starting to get hot because my chocolates are starting to melt. And so as soon as these start melting down some more, we'll be right back. And see what I do, as my chocolate melts and you keep stirring it, I do take it from the heat and stir, and then I bring it back because I want to make sure that it's evenly melted. And then I bring it back and I place it back on the steam. But I keep stirring because you don't want to overheat this, because if you overheat it, over melt it, it's not going to be right. So that's what I'm doing. You see my water? See those bubbles? Bring it back to the heat. I stir some more. The reason why I'm using a paper towel, because oven mittens, they're too bulky. They're too bulky. And I need to be able to hold this really, really well. And see, I can turn this off. I don't need that water boiling anymore. Because the only thing I'm doing now is stirring. I don't need the water boiling anymore. It's already hot. So I don't need all that anymore. And you just keep stirring and make sure so you don't stir all these little candy bits. You see any? This chocolate is already warm enough. It's enough heat in it to melt any bits left. So there's a bit that's on this spoon, and you need to get on off of here. Get down, get down. You know, like you tell your children when they were little, get down from there. You know. So, you know, I want to make sure this is all melted. And what I'm doing, I'm taking my silicone, and I don't see any bits, so I'm going to take my plastic bag here, my little Ziploc bag, and I'm going to make sure it don't get near that fire. And I'm going to put my little chocolate in here. That's what I'm going to do with this. I'm going to get all that goodness out of here. Put this chocolate in this bag. Yep. All the goodness has got to come out of here. And this all I have to do is throw this over here. Done with that. And I'm going to take this hot water and pour it in that bowl of chocolate so it'll melt. So I won't have, it'll melt that chocolate away. Now that I have this, I'm going to squeeze all my air out. See, I have my little chocolate, made my homemade ghetto piping bag. Yeah, I made my little ghetto piping bag. Had a hood rig it. Okay, got that done. So I have my mold here. And I need to bring this out because I just see what did I do. What pieces did I make. Okay, I made all of except the last 4. I made all of the pieces except the last 4. So I'm going to take my scissors And I'm going to cut that little bit of tip right here off. Just a teeny bit tip, because that's all I want. And I need to, I can't see now. So I'm going to fill my cavities with this hot chocolate. I'm going to fill each one. I'm going to fill all my little cavities with this chocolate, okay? Fill all my little cavities with this chocolate. All my little cavity molds. You know, the thing about these molds is that you think that it makes it look like it's so easy to, when they come out. Let me tell you something, these little crevices, like them little thick skin things, sometimes it don't come out like that. I'm telling you the truth. So, you know, you order, you play with these molds. Don't get frustrated if something doesn't come out right. You didn't do anything wrong. It's not you. You didn't do anything wrong. And I'm going to go with this. You did not do anything wrong. Y'all know I have to get down close. And I'm going to do one more of these. And I think that was it. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to put this over here. And I'm going to smooth. I want to make sure that my chocolate, my molds are nice and smooth. Now, this is the way I do it. Now, you can do another way you want to, but I'm saying this is what I do. Okay? And I'm going to just smear this down on my board because I'm going to be using that extra that's on my spatula. I'm going to use that. Let's see what I mean. See that little pocket right there? I'm going to fill that with that chocolate right here. I'm going to scrape this back in. I'm going to scrape this in the hole. The same way with this. I'm going to scrape it. So all my little cavity holes, if I see a hole pop up, it's just like quicksand. You see a hole pop up, take it. That's all you got to do. You see a little cavity pop up, and see, like I said, and the reason why I was smearing it on this parchment paper, and I'll show you why. Now, I could eat it. I would lick this spoon. Because the kid in me, I would still lick a spoon. I ain't no shame in my doggone game. The kid in me will lick this spoon. Okay, I'm going to put this over here. And I'm going to show you why I was smearing this on here. Because what I'm going to do, I'm going to make me a little square. Now, I didn't say it had to be perfect. And I'm just going to fill this square with this. It doesn't have to be neat. I'm just going to fill this square with this. And throw this away. Do housekeeping. And I'm going to make me a little square, I'm going to make me a little block. Now, I have a square pan out there in my tote, my little square pan tote that I use to make my little chocolate squares. I ain't fooling with that today. I'm not fooling with that today, nieces and nephews. I'm showing you, you don't have to go out there and buy something special, okay? It's not simple to make a square. We learn how to draw squares at 3 or 4 years old. So it's not simple to draw a square. Even with chocolate, you can draw a square. And if it's not even, that's fine. It's not hard to draw a square. And what I'm going to do, because this is going to be I don't want it a thick square. I don't want a thick square because this is what make it thick. So I'm going to stretch this out and make it a little bit longer. And I think I'm going to make it a little bit wider. Make it a little bit wider. And I'm going to show you. Yep. So, I don't care about if it's not the perfect square, like I said, that is fine. You know, this is Auntie's kitchen. And don't have to worry about, because see, no one's going to see this top part. No one's going to see that. Throw that over there for a little housekeeping. And this is going in the fridge. And then we're going to start on our cake batter. Okay, I'm going to be having I got 3 different cake pans, okay? The reason why I have, this is a 9-inch, this is a 6-inch, this is a 4-inch, and I'll show you, we'll get to that later. Let's get our batter done. Okay, I'm going to throw in, there's no simple order. I'm going to throw it all in together. I'm going to pour in my milk, my oil, my 4 eggs. There's no simple order. And I'm going to throw in my vanilla pudding. Okay, because we had already went over the ingredients. So what I'm going to do is get to mixing, okay? I'm going to mix this till it's absolutely creamy, and I'm going to show you what it looks like. See how creamy it is? So I'm going to give it a little bit, just a little bit, because it's already mixed. Just a little bit. See how creamy? And this is what you're looking for. That's what you're looking for. You know what I always say about when you're dealing with cake batter and cake icing, if it's wet, if it's on the side of the wet bowl, it ain't mixing. It ain't mixing. If it's on the side of the bowl, it hasn't been mixed, and you scrape that out into your cake pan, you won't have a mess. You're not gonna have a nice cake. So you want to make sure that gets mixed in. And I'm telling you guys something. That checkerboard cake pan that you can get with the 3 sections, I have one of those. Don't waste your money. I bought that thing probably about 10 years ago. Don't waste your money. It don't work like that. Your cake will bleed. It's going to bleed. This method here I'm showing you, this is better. This is a better method, and you don't have to worry about your cake bleeding. This is a better method. No, I don't need all that. And you know, I still had a cake pan out there too. And my cake pan, I'm telling you, any cake pan that hit the market, I wanted it. I love my cake. I wanted it. I don't care what shape. I wanted it. Just, my husband just called me, you a hoarder of baking gadgets and stuff, and food gadgets. I just love what I love. So, and I used to, the difference between the sugar-free cake batter, it is thicker. It is thicker. It is a thicker batter. It is a much thicker batter. And that pudding added to it makes it much richer. And because you're using milk and you got the extra eggs and you got the extra oil. And so I'm going to put this to the side. And we're going to get started on our chocolate. And that's why I say it's go ahead and start your, my stove is already heating to 350. So I'm going to put this over here. The reason why I say go ahead and start on your vanilla first, because of the fact it's okay to get your vanilla mixed in with your chocolate. It's not going to make that big of a difference. It's not going to bleed anything. Go ahead and dump your eggs in, your oil, and throw everything over to the side for some clean up. Got your milk. I'm using 2% milk. And I got my pudding mix. Get my pudding mix in here. And I'm going to get to mixing this and I'll be back. Okay, now, one more thing I forgot to tell you, okay? Aunties, rumbles, stumbles, and grumbles, y'all know the deal. Okay, the chocolate is much more thicker than the vanilla because of the cocoa powder that's in that cake mix. And the chocolate pudding is much thicker than vanilla pudding or any other of those pudding mixes. It's much thicker. So what you need to do to help thin it out a little bit, add you a little bit of water. Add a little bit of water. Now, when I say a little bit of water, because you already add a cup of milk, you're going to add a 1/4 cup of water, okay? Go ahead and do that. And you see, and that's it, because you want that creamy consistency still. And so this is all, I want to get this off of here. And throw that over there for a little housekeeping. Okay, now we're going to get our pan. I'm going to get this scooped into a pan. And you know how I am. I want my layer to be evenly distributed in my pan. So I'm going to go for those first timers. I'm going to show you how I do put my batter in my pans to make sure my layers are even, okay? I take a cup of batter. And I scrape it all out because, like I said, I'm going to take a cup. I use measuring cups to put my batter in my pans because I don't want lopsided. I don't want a thin batter, a thin layer of chocolate, then an off layer of chocolate. So I use measuring cups. And that's how I get my batter in my pans. And I use a silicone spatula to make sure that all that goodness comes off, because silicone, you don't have to worry about things sticking too well. And this apparently this is going to get, I can take my cup, my measuring cup, and we're going to rest it in that batter, and we're going to go around. I can get another full cup of batter, put that in there. Scoop that around in here. Okay. Now, I'm going to rest this aside. And I can see this, scraping this bowl, is going to give me one more full cup of batter. So this batter will give you 2 full cups. Each pan is going to hold 2 cups of batter. Should have got my big spatula to help me get all of that scraped out better, but it's okay. Okay. Scrape all this off the edge. And you're gonna, the reason why you tell me, you know why you tap cakes? Because there are air pockets in your batter. That's why you tap cake pans. That's the reason why you tap cake pans, because there are air pockets in your batter. And that's why you tap. That is the reason why you tap. You tap to spread, and you tapping to get those air bubbles out. And when it's a thick batter, you have to tap. This is a very thick batter. Very thick batter. So I am going to tap. I'm not even tapping, I'm really slamming. To be honest, I'm not tapping anything. This is slamming. Okay, so I'm going to tap. So I'm going to put these in the oven. All three of them in the oven. It's 350. I'm going to put them in the oven for 40 minutes. I never cook my cakes on my bottom rack. Never put your cakes on the bottom rack. So my cakes are going on my top rack and my center rack. This oven has 3 racks, so I love that fact about this. So we're going to be back. I'm going to set my timer for 40 minutes. I'm going to set it at 35 minutes, and then I'll come back and check. Okay? So I will see you guys in a bit. But while that is baking, I need to do some kitchen cleanup, and then we're going to start making our cake icing. Okay? Okay, I'm going to make this, go ahead and make this buttercream, sugar-free buttercream chocolate icing. And I'm going to be using my Splenda. So I'm going to take my 2 sticks of butter, softened, room temperature. And I'm going to go ahead and add me 4 cups of sugar. Well, Splenda. This is a 2-cup measuring cup. So I'm going to add this. I'm adding my cocoa powder later. Okay, and I'll show you how much of that I'm going to add in there. Okay, I want to get this all incorporated first. Got Splenda going everywhere, huh? That's all right. Now I'm not turning up because I want to show you how this blends in. I got to get this all crumbled up really well. This has to be crumbled up very well. And I'll be right back. Okay, what I do to these, I take, it's all nice and crumbly. I take a couple of these French Vanilla Delights, and I add it to my cream, to my my mixture. I'm going to start off with about 3. I'm going to add my tablespoons. I'm going to add me 3 tablespoons of cocoa powder. 1, 2, 3. Now if this was not the sugar-free version, I'll be using powdered sugar. But this is sugar-free. This is no sugar-free. But this is my cake. And see, it's really, really thick. So, to onto the half, I will add another creamer. And I can even add a little half and half to loosen it up. Now the thing about, I'm going to tell you the truth. Now this icing will not be what you would be used to, all that smooth, velvety. It will be of a different texture, but not bad texture, I'm telling you. Let me get up since I can tell you what it's like. It's easier. It's let me see. It's creamy, but it's not that. It's not like ice cream. That's what I can tell you. If you ever had the Card Smart ice cream, this is what this is like. Okay, that's what this is like, and I'm going to add another teaspoon of my cocoa powder, okay? I'm going to add another teaspoon of my cocoa powder. And I'm going to add about 1 more cup of my powdered sugar. All right? And if I have to add more cream, I will. Okay, we have our 3 layers done. Let me show you something. Guys, I'm telling you, my new water heater just arrived. And I'm going to tell you, I'm so sick of doing this. I'm a country girl, as I said in my life. I know how to survive. You know, I'm a farm girl. Country. So, I'm sick of boiling water to do my dishes. Because, y'all know, I have OCD. I'm a germaphobe about stuff. And, that little batter I had, I made this for my daughter. You know, just a little cake. Because she don't eat chocolate. She don't eat no chocolate. So, got these done. So, I'm going to let these cool. And we have our buttercream. And I'm going to transfer this into another bowl. So, I have the buttercream ready. And we're going to pop out those molds. Okay, I'm going to start with my chocolate mold. And how I cooled my board down because my oven was warm. I took ice and wrapped it up in paper towel, and I rubbed my board until the ice melted. So that's how I was able to cool my board off. So I'm going to take my chess pieces and start tearing them out. Not tearing them out, but you know, removing them from the bowl. This silicone mold. Gently. Gently. See how pretty that is? Look at there. See how pretty that is? My hands are clean. I washed them. I washed them before they turned the water, because he's out there installing. Before he turned the water off. But what I had to do also, I have me a pot of hot water over here while he's doing that. And here's my, I don't play chess. So, I don't know what these little horses and things are called. So, I'm just going to go with the flow. So, like I said, I'm just going with the flow. And it is messy getting these little pieces out. It's messy. So, you know, I'm going to get all these little pieces out and I'll be right back. Okay, see, I have my chess pieces already. I didn't show you my chess pieces. I have the chess pieces. I took them out the mold. And so what I'm going to do is that I'm going to take this and I'm going to make my little blocks. Remember I told you, you don't have to make your squares don't have to be perfect. They don't have to be perfect because I'm going to make my little blocks. I'm just going to make some squares. And my squares don't have to be perfect either. And see, when I said no one would see that on the bottom, I'm not trying to make perfect squares. But I do want them neat. Neat and cute, though. I do want them neat and cute. They don't have to be perfect, but I do want them neat and cute, okay? So I'm going to finish up my white squares first, and I'll be back. Now it's time for my chocolate squares. I just cut them and I trim them up because they don't have to be cute, neat, but like I said, I do want them neat. I want them cute, rather. I don't care about perfection. Whatever, you know, this is my cake. I'm not baking this for anybody. It's mine. If someone wants some, they can welcome to it. But it's my cake. My cake, all mine, and I'm gonna eat that. My cake. And so, I'm gonna get these all trimmed up, and we'll be right back. Have my chocolate squares together. Now I'm gonna show you why you needed those different size cake pans. I'm going to show you why you needed different size cake pans. You know, I could have used my cake parchment paper liners, but I needed something that would give me a better cut. Something that I could control. So I'm going to dump my cake, my first layer here. Take that off of there. Okay, I'm going to take this and I'm going to cut around it. Okay, make sure I got it centered. All right, I'm going to cut around here. Very carefully, I'm going to cut around. Okay, very carefully, family, cut around. Cut around this pan here, because I'm making my first circle. And I'm sorry about the length of the video, but it's not a quick recipe, okay? Now something, okay, I have this. Now I'm going to take this out of here, and I'm going to move this out of the way. First I need to make sure I want to cut all that out so I can lift this ring off. Okay? Lift it off. Whoa, I almost dropped the knife. Okay. Now, I'm going to lift this ring off, and I'm going to put it to the side. Okay? See? Lift this off. This will go to the side. Matter of fact, I can put it back in this cake pan. Okay? I have this. Now, I'm going to take this 4-inch, okay? And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to cut around, okay? I'm going to cut around. And I will complete this process with each layer. Same thing, okay? And so once I complete this one, I will show you. I'm going to stop the camera because you don't need to see me do all 3 layers. Okay? You see that? I got all 3, so I have 3 hoops, loops, whatever you want to call them. Circles, circles. That's what they're called, circles. Circle, 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 circle. Okay, I'm going to lift you up. Make sure. I'm going to lift this up. This circle out the way neatly. Make sure, be careful now, family. Be careful, nieces and nephews. Be careful. Like I said, this. Be careful. You lift it up carefully. Lift that ring out the way, and you take this middle one and you put it to the side. Okay, be right back. All right, family, now let's assemble. Let's start some assembling. Okay, first I'm going to start with my large chocolate ring first, okay? We'll start with the large chocolate ring. I need to get them over here together as a family. I'm going to start my lay your large chocolate ring down first, okay? So I'm going to take this little one and put it to the side, okay? Large chocolate ring down first. I'm going to lay that down first, put that down. Then I'm going to take my medium-sized golden ring down. And it came apart, but that's okay. Like I said, it's my cake. I'm going to put it in the center. See, I see where it came apart at. Another thing I got to do is tuck this in like you tucking a baby to bed. That's it. That's it. Just tuck it in like you tucking the baby to bed. Okay, that's my center ring. And I'm going to take my chocolate ring and put it in here. Now I'm going to take this and I'm going to repeat the process with my large yellow cake ring. Put this with my yellow cake ring. And see my broken down side? I want to have that all on one side. Together. Let the broken down side all have that on one little side. And so now I'm going to take my center chocolate ring. I'm going to take one of those, put it in the middle. And if they break, so what? Like I said, you put it back together like putting a baby together. Just make sure your broken side is all on one side, okay? Just make sure your broken side, and what's left, you eat that, okay? You eat that. Now, you take your center ring, and you put that. And because this is thicker, I'm going to trim this down and have me a little snacky snack. Now, same thing, take your large ring, put it down. Did I do it? I'm missing something. Oh well. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Yes, I forgot to turn the camera back on. My apologies. Okay, I've iced it. Got this one. Put this yellow back on. Okay, I just assembling. Put my center chocolate back in here. Remember I said make sure if you have a crack, make sure that it's all your crack is on the same side. Just make sure your crack is on the same side. Okay. And we're going to put some icing on here. Ice this layer here. Now I don't like my icing on my cake, rather, really heavy. But I'm gonna tell you something. You know that I love that store-bought icing that come from the bakery. I don't know what it is about that icing. We used to have functions at work. That's all I wanted. I just wanted that corner piece of that particular cake. I ain't care nothing about nothing else. I just wanted that corner piece of that cake. I don't like my icing thick. And remember, this is my cake. My cake. Are you somebody? What is she doing? What is she doing? This is my baby. And I'm not gonna eat all this at one time, so I'm gonna slice it and freeze it individually wrapped. So when I get that craving for something sweet, I have my cake. And I have me some Breyer's Carb Smart iced chocolate ice cream. Oh, I can't wait. I'm telling y'all, I ain't lying. So I'm going to finish icing my cake and I'll be right back. Okay, I finished icing it. So what I want to do, I want to put me some Checkmate. I want some check pieces around it. As you all can see, let me bring this down so you can see what I'm doing. I'm just going to put me some check pieces around it. Just some various check pieces. You know, just some check pieces. I'm just going to just randomly place some of my check pieces around it. You know, these broke, so that's okay. Only thing you have to do is just stick them on there. They're fine. So that's all I'm going to do is just stick some random check pieces around. Put me a little horsey. Now I'm going to show you how I get my pieces to stick. I'm going to take a Q-tip. I took a little bit left over that chocolate when those pieces are broke. Even if you don't have any pieces that break. And you take your, you just take a little bit of that melted chocolate. Use a Q-tip. And that's all you're going to do. Take a little bit of that chocolate. And you're going to place a white one on the chocolate or whatever you want to call it. And then vice versa. Not a lot. Now, you just need a little bit just to make it stick, okay? Not a lot. Just a little bit to make it stick. And then you put a chocolate one on a white one. Now, you don't have to cover the whole board. Now, I'm going to get a little bit of chocolate. Don't have to cover the whole board. I never cover the whole board. Like I said, I don't play chess. I'm just fascinated with the game. Okay. And I'm going to I put you right here. Then I get me a, I don't know what the piece is called. They call Checkmate, Night. I don't know what is what. All I know is that I just like chess. I just like I've never watched a chess game. My nephew, he was a champion chess player. I mean, seriously, a champion chess player. Okay, I'm going to put this right here. I'm going to put that one up there. And it broke. That is quite all right. See, that's all you got to do. And since this broke, I'm going to dip this in some chocolate so I can use it as some glue. And that's that for that. And I'll be back. All right, family, here's the Checkmate. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? Okay, I'm going to cut into this so you all can see what it looks like inside. All right, here it is. Sorry about the length of the video, but I love this cake. And here it is. Look at that. Look how pretty that is inside. So, again, thank you guys for joining in. Remember what I said? Make sure your regular piece is all in the same area, okay? So, sorry about the video, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. This cake does take time, so it can't be a rush video. All right, to the next upload, I will see you guys later. All right, hugs and kisses to each of you. Thank you for your support. Until next time, see you later. Go be you, but be great real you. Love you guys. Bye.